words can reach.
Hello people of BookTube, welcome to another video, and in today's video I'm actually going to share with you some February releases that I was quite interested in them coming out, and some that I thought sounded good for February. I'm sorry that I didn't do this video before February, that's when I fell ill, so I wasn't doing like videos then, so I just thought I'd at least want to share these books with you. There are some that are still not quite out yet, but most of them actually are. So without further ado, as always, I am going to be placing the picture right next to me. I'm going to be reading this synopsis off of Goodreads in front of you and giving you the release date. And it's going to be in order of release date. So the first book that I actually have to share with you is On the Come Up by Angie Thomas. So I actually got my own physical copy of this book now, which I'm really excited. So this book actually came out at the very beginning of February, and this is about this girl who dreams of being a rapper. However, she lives a very poor life at home. So it's just about her coping with her home life as well as her dreams of being this rapper. The next book released is Fame, Fate and the First Kiss by Casey West. So this is Casey West's latest book release. It's received some mixed reviews as of yet, just because I think it's mainly to do with this stardom that's going on. That's just what I've heard. Some people are having a bit of trouble with it. So this is about Lacey, who she has dreamt of being in a movie, but also at the same time she needs to finish up her senior year of high school. And so her dad then hires this student and to tutor her, who is actually like a full-on nightmare. So she struggles with her career, on-set sabotage, off-set sabotage, and that sort of thing. She learns sometimes the best stories happen when you go off script. So I'm very excited for it because I love all of Casey West's books that I've read so far by her. So I'm very much looking forward to this one. And this book already released, and this came out on the 5th of February. Next of all, we have Enchanté by Gita to release. This book in the UK actually comes out, I think it's like tomorrow, the 21st I think. But it actually came out in America, it says here, on the 5th of February. So it's still a February release all the same. So this is based in 1789, and smallpox kills her parents. Camille finds a way to look after her sister and her volatile brother with petty magic, where she can transform scraps of metal into money to buy the food and medicine that they need. The coins won't hold their shape. Their brother then disappears with the family savings, so Camille must then pursue a richer and more dangerous mark, which is the glittering court of Louis the 16th and Marie Antoinette. But dark magic is forbidden by her mother. Camille transforms herself into the Baroness de la Fontaine and is swept up into the life of the Palace of Versailles, where aristocrats both fear and hunger for la magie. So it sounds really cool, and I've actually been lucky enough to get a physical book for this review, so I'm really looking forward to starting that very soon, hopefully. Next of all, I have a book called Crown of Feathers by Nikki Powell Preto. This I've actually recently been approved for on NetGalley, so I'm very excited about this one because I loved the cover of it and it sounds really interesting. So it says here that they had a sister once, and they promised her the throne would not come between them, but it's a fact of life that one must be killed, rule or be ruled. Sometimes the title of queen is given, and sometimes it must be taken. So it sounds pretty interesting, and this book actually came out on the 12th of February, so I'm very much looking forward to giving this one a read. Then I thought I would throw in a new adult novel, which I'm very excited to get, and this I heard from by Mel to the Any, and she read this and she said it was really good, so I'm very highly anticipating this. So it says here, everyone says I'm a bad girl, but they're only partly right. I don't let fear rule me, and I certainly don't care what people think, but I draw the line at sleeping with the enemy. As the daughter of the lead hockey coach, I will be vilified if I hooked up with a player from a rival team, and that is who Jake Conley is, who is Harvard's star forward, arrogant, annoying, and all too attractive for his own good. But fate is cruel and I need his help to secure a internship, and the jerk isn't making it very easy. So I need him to be my fake boyfriend, and for every fake date he wants a real one, which means that this bad girl is in big trouble. Nothing good can come from sneaking around with Jake Connolly. My father will kill me, my friends will revolt, and my post-college career is on the line. But it's getting harder and harder to resist his appeal and cocky grin, and I refuse to fall for him, but that is the one risk I am not willing to take. So it sounds like an enemies to lovers novel, which I'm all for. And it says this actually came out on February 18th, my birthday, so this was a birthday release, so I think it's fate that I've got to get this book. So this next book is Four Dead Queens by Astrid Schult. I love the cover to this book with all of the crowns and the blueness. I'm all for it. So it says it's a divided nation, 4 queens and a ruthless pickpocket, a noble messenger and the murders that unite them. These are the words that Carolee Corringham lives by, which is getting quick and get up quicker. But the central area united the 4 quadrants of Quadara. Then they still under the guidance of their mentor Machiel, who runs a black market selling their bounty to buyers desperate for what they can't get in their own quarter. For in the nation of Quadara, each quarter is strictly divided from the other, and 4 queens rule together, one from each region. So when Carolee intercepts a comm disc coming from the House of Concord, which seems like a standard job, goes horribly wrong. Upon watching the comm disc, Carolee sees all 4 queens murdered in 4 brutal ways. Hoping that discovering the intended recipient will reveal the culprit, the information that is bound to be valuable bartering material with the palace. Carolee teams up with Baron Bolt, the Eonist messenger she stole from, to complete Baron's original job and see where it takes them. So this book actually comes out on the 26th of February, so not long now for this book, guys, but yeah, I am super excited about this one. So next of all, we have a new book by PC and Kristen Cast, who were the authors of the House of Night series. So this is the first book that's in a brand new series by them. It's called The Disasters, and it says here, Foster Stewart knows that she is different. Her life has never been normal. She talks to plants and controls cloud formations. They're not things that normal people do. Taylor is perfect and is a star quarterback and all around dream boy next door, and he never thought about his extra abilities too. What quarterback wouldn't want night vision? But on the night of their first meeting, a deadly tornado brings them together and awakens their true abilities, which is the power to control the element air. Unbeknown to them, they are the first in a group of teenagers that were genetically manipulated before birth to bond with the elements, which truly sucks for Foster, as she has to face the fact that Dr. Rick Stewart, her scientist father, betrayed her, and now he wants to use her and the others for his world domination plot. So they must then stop him and his minions before he destroys their lives and the well. So this is really interesting. Kids with superpowers, I'm totally all for it. February 26th release. Next of all, I have another new adult release which comes out on the 26th of February as well. This is called Royal Bastard. This is the first book that's in the new series by Avery Flynn. So this is about Brooke Chapman, who is level-headed and focused, takes her position at the Earl of Englefield's personal secretary, takes it very seriously. So when the Earl asks her to teach his likelihood uncouth and rather forward American bastard grandson how to be a proper Earl, Brooke is determined to do whatever it takes to make a go of it. Nick Vane has about 2 gazillion things that land higher on his to-do list than becoming an English Earl. Things like naps, hosting poker nights, taking the profits from his latest invention, accepting the title his grandfather has denied him since birth because the old man was out on his way without an heir. Didn't even register, but Miss Prim and Proper just won't give up, and before he knows what's what, he's on a plane to England. What's an American gonna do when a sexy uptight Brit insists he learn manners? He will teach his grandfather and her a lesson. So again, it sounds like it's going to be another sort of kind of like an enemies to lovers romance, just where the guy really cannot be bothered. Then we have a highly anticipated book release for a lot of people, and this is The Priory of the Orange Tree by Samantha Shannon. So many people are anticipating this, guys. So many people have read it. It's got really high ratings on Goodreads already, 4.37 at the moment, and that's out of 275 ratings. So it says here, a world divided, a queendom without an heir, and an ancient enemy awakens. The house of Berenthnet has ruled Innis for 1,000 years, and still unwed, Queen Sabran the Ninth must conceive a daughter to protect her realm from destruction. But the assassins are getting closer to the door. Iad Jurian is an outsider at court. Though she has risen to the position of lady-in-waiting, she is loyal to a hidden society of mages. Iad keeps a watchful eye on Sabran, secretly protecting her with forbidden magic. Across the Dark Sea, Tane has trained all her life to be a dragon rider, but is forced to make a choice that could see her life unravel. But the divided East and West refuse to parley, and forces of chaos are rising from their sleep. So this is a February 26th release as well. No idea if I pronounce any of those names right. I never know how I pronounce them in fantasy books. But yeah, I'm really excited, and I love the cover to it because of the dragon. If you don't know, I love my dragons. And the last book that I have to talk about you guys with is called Warrior of the Wild by Trisha Levenseller. So this book comes out on the 26th of February as well, and it says here, how do you kill a god? As her father's chosen heir, 18-year-old Rasmara has trained her whole life to become a warrior and lead her village, but when her coming-of-age trial is sabotaged and she fails the test, her father banishes her to monster-filled wilderness. With an impossible quest to win back her honour, she must kill the god who claims tribute from the villagers each year or die trying. Sounds really interesting and like a quest. And I love the cover, just with the axe there, and to be a warrior, and yeah, so it sounds like a really epic young adult fantasy, and I'm definitely all for it. So there you have it, guys. Those are some book releases from February, some of which that have come out, some of which that's still yet to come out, of books that I think sound really interesting that I would most likely read. I hope you guys have found some books as well, especially some fantasy books. It's been a mixture actually, some new adult, some fantasy, some contemporary. Yeah, and I'm really excited about all of these. Let me know down below in the comments if you are excited about any of these books that I have mentioned, or if you have read them already and what you thought about them. Any comments and any thoughts, just leave them down below. All of my social media links will be linked in the description if you'd like to follow me elsewhere. That would be absolutely fantastic. But I hope you guys are having a fantastic day wherever you are. Give me a thumbs up if you've enjoyed this video. Keep smiling, keep reading, and be happy. My name is Katie, and I'll see all of you wonderful, awesome people in my next video. Bye!